USSR Premium Buyers Guide. That's what we've got today. There are sales coming up, and which premiums are worth it and which ones are not. Today, I will give you the rundown. What's up, YouTube? Haven here. The anniversary sale, as well as some Black Friday sales and holiday sales, etc., are coming up for 2023. At least as of the recording of this audio, they have not hit the website, so this I don't know the exact details. Posted up here will be the details of previous year's sales. And today I'm going to give you what are my opinions, my only my opinions on the current state of these premium aircraft in the USSR tech tree as of 2023. The meta shifts and changes over time. Try and find you a guide that is somewhat up to date. Please take a minute to like and subscribe. I do plan on doing all of the tech trees, so make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss those videos. As of this date, I have posted USA and Germany. Now we're doing USSR or Russia. Here we go. USSR Premium Buyer's Guide. First thing here, I don't have as many premiums for USSR as I do for other countries. I'll give you the rundowns on the ones that I do have and maybe provide some commentary and opinions on some of the ones that I don't have. And just keep in mind that this is all my opinion based off my, we'll call it slightly above average gameplay and meta observations. Rank 1. Do what you want. You're going to move past these so fast. And if you really want to spend time down here, kind of do what you want. But I think for Russia in particular, there are some low tier premiums that have like Shavak cannons that are kind of fun. But I just don't spend any time at this rank. So for me, this is a skip. Rank 2. The P40E-1 is a buy. I like P40s. A lot of people like P40s. They're an iconic, plane in the World War II history, and in particular within the context of War Thunder. It is a great little low tier ground RB bomber. It can have a pretty decent bomb load and then follow that up with 50 cals. So if you have not unlocked all of this and you do intend to play ground RB, I think it's definitely a buy because it can play both roles. And it's fun in air RB. It's certainly its play style and its place in the air RB meta. And frankly, I think they're just fantastic looking planes. And so it's definitely a buy for me. Hurricane Mark IIB. This is a skip for me, and it's more for personal reasons than anything else. People are going to come at me and they're going to be like, oh, it's got, 20 millimeter cannons and it's so low tier. Okay, fine. But I just don't like Hurricanes, and there's so many other like ground RB options. It's gonna be a skip for me. I think Hurricanes are too slow. I think they're a little bit ugly. I know that's the controversial opinion here. Um, I just don't like Hurricane gameplay. So for me, it's a skip. The I-153P. This is a skip for me. I don't like playing this low a tier, and I don't like biplanes. Although I will say, if I have to play a biplane, one with cannons like this thing does, would be my choice. Some people like to troll with them. They do have a way to kind of like get people to sucker them into a turn fight, and it's got some value there. But I got other options. It's so low rank, and I don't play this rank that often anyway. So this is a skip for me. I-16 Type 28. Again, probably a controversial skip here. I'm just not a fan of I-16s. I think they're basically the I-153 without the second wing, right? I mean, it's still a slow turn fighter that has to be kind of bait people into that. And while it might have cannons, just it's not for me. So I don't want to play this tier, and I don't see the purpose of buying the premiums to go along with that tier. If you're a big fan of the I-16s, I think it's a pretty good pickup. But if you're not, move on to rank 3 and above, where your money will go further for like the dailies and the events and things like that. The P39K-1. This is going to be definitely a controversial skip, and the reason why I say it's a skip is because there are near identical options in rank 3, primarily the P63A-5, which we're about to get to. So it doesn't make sense to me to buy the P39 version if you're for a slight BR increase about to get the other one. I have no problems with it in particular. I think it's a good premium maybe, but I just think there are others in the same area that would dilute the value here as a rank 2. Rank 3. P63A5 or A-5. This is an absolute super solid buy. It's my first really solid recommendation for a buy. It's got great Silver Lions bonuses. It's got great flight performance at the BR. It's a good flex into ground RB. It's got the big old 37 millimeter cannon. Big buy energy here. Should get you through rank 3 no problem, and with a healthy Silver Lions account balance too. P47D 27. This is another buy. And then parentheses, but don't actually buy it. If you have the war bond, if you have the battle pass for this season, it's actually in the war bond shop, so you should get it from the current battle pass. Don't save your GE if you've already spent the GE on the battle pass or you've got the upgrade coupons or whatever. You can get this in the war bond shop and not have to pay for it. So it's a buy. You definitely want it. Um, but you don't have to spend GE on it. If you're impatient, it'll be on sale hopefully, and you can pick it up that way. But either way, I would say it's a solid choice, right? So P47s are kind of off meta in air RB, but with the great ordnance options they have for ground RB, it sort of offsets any sort of that hesitation I would have for recommending it. Nearly all the other premium P47s, with a couple exceptions, are the like 3.7 battle rating ones. So this is sort of a nice mid-war P47. And if you're a P47 pilot, you know what you're doing in a P47. You'll be able to enjoy flying it out with a bit more performance, right? It'll climb a little better. And if it can climb a little better, it can get altitude. If it can get altitude, it's a better plane overall at altitude. You need that speed in a P47, and it's overall a way more enjoyable P47. Strong, solid premium, especially on sale. All right, the B25J dash 30. This is a skip. As a base bomber grinder, it's pretty good, but all the bots and farmers also use it for that purpose. So you'll be performing essentially a one-way dive bomb trip just to try to get a base. If you do get a base, and that's a big if, what are you going to do now, right? You're going to head back to base and try and do it again. Just not a great game, not great gameplay or time for money value here. You're gonna see. Let me just give a quick note on the ones I'm kind of skipping over. So quick notes on the ones I got through packs or other event anniversary sales like VE Day or whatever. There's a lot of them I am not covering that have the name, like Porskins or whatever it is. It's just because they are a premium skin for a tech tree vehicle. In general, I would not recommend them. They probably won't be on for sale anyways. But just to cover it real quick, I got it as part of the big World War II pack that they did a while back. And while the premium bonuses are nice and everything, it's a skin and it doesn't really offer anything over the tech tree variants. Moving on to rank 4. Rank 4, the TU-1. This is a buy for me at half off. At the BR and the three 1,000 kilogram bombs, all with independent bomb drops, totally worth it, right? The 43 millimeter cannons are also nice for medium and soft targets, but they are absolute jam-o-matics. You must remember to tap fire these things or they will jam. You at least have the 23 millimeter cannons as a backup, but mainly I'm recommending this because of the huge bombs and the fact that they drop independently and that it's right there in that super popular, 5.3 battle rating. And since it's 5.3, you can take it with you all the way up at least to 6.7 before you're going to start wanting to look for something else. So, really great CAS option here. Buy the pack at half off. That's what I did. And I found it. I think it's been worth it. Yak 3 VK 107 skip. I mean, and this is probably going to be my most controversial skip. I mean, I've skipped it at 3,000 Golden Eagles, even at 50% off. I just don't see the value here unless you're like really big into Yak 3s. I'm told it's a phenomenal plane to fly out and it's got great performance for the BR and things like that. The problem is that the BR range is just kind of trash. So for that reason, I've skipped it. I haven't missed out on it. I don't play the BR range in general. I don't suggest that you play the BR range either. So for 3,000 Golden Eagles, I don't see it. And that's 50% off. I certainly wouldn't recommend it at full price. All right, rank 5. The SU-11. Buy if you need it. It was, I guess, probably 6 months ago or more, bumped to 7.3, and it's still broken in the right hands. I'm not buying it because I used another premium to sort of grind past this era of flight in the Soviet tree. But as I understand it, it's still a great Silver Lines maker. I don't know. It just kind of gives off XP50 vibes. I'm just not into it, especially at the price. I'm probably, maybe this is my most controversial take because everyone's going to tell me that the SU-11 is probably worth it. I will say this: I do use the SU-9 in my Soviet ground forces, and every now and then I wish I had the SU-11 instead. So take for what it's worth. I think it should probably be moved up in BR maybe one more time, but yeah, it's Gaijin's not going to move it up. MiG-15bis ISH. Right, that's what everybody calls it. This came up recently. It kind of seems to be an annual thing. It'll pop up. I bought it though, and it probably won't be back for sale during the holiday sales. It only I missed it last year and I regretted it, so I jumped on it this year. Defin did a video on how this is like a pay to win version of a MiG-15 Bish. Um, Due to like a slightly boosted flight performance over the regular MiG-15 bis. I would agree, but I bought it because of the angled down rocket pods for ground RB and the CCIP that goes along with it. It is goofy as hell, and I'm actually it's probably actually harder to use the angled down ones because you have to be visible through your plane. Um, but I don't know why I just loved it and I love them. And practically thinking, I think probably running bombs would be better. But that's it. I love it, and it's just kind of great and fun for ground RB. And I guess that's it for now. I should probably do a bigger video on it. It is a buy for me the next time it pops up. All right, rank 6, the MiG-17 AS. This will probably not be for sale, but it is definitely a buy for me. Um, I bought this like maybe a year and a half ago. It's not as strong as it once was due to BRD compression, where they compressed a lot of planes above it into the BR range, but it's still very solid. I have a ton of games in it, and it is pretty much solely responsible for my USSR tech tree progress through late rank 4 all the way to rank 7. I absolutely love this plane. It lets you play with early missiles. I learned early missiles with it. It lets you fight sabers. It's just a great like Korean War kind of feel to it. Love it. Yak 38. Skip. It probably won't be for sale, but I'm just gonna put it out there since I have it. Skip it. They are so bad they stopped selling it. So I'll cover it as quickly as possible because, like I said, it probably won't be for sale. It now has four R60s versus the two that it used to have, and it still sucks. Play the Yak 38M in the tech tree if you want to experience this pain as they sit now at the same BR. But it sucks. Skip, skip, skip. The MiG 21S parentheses R 13 300. This is a skip for me. At this price, just get the SU 25K, assuming that it's on sale. Everyone else does. I mean, it's kind of a MiG 21 with poor missiles at 9.7 and no flares. Um, Seems decently competitive if you're into MiG 21s. I don't think it's a bad buy, but unlike the German tree where you kind of have the SPSK as one of your only options, in the USSR line, you have other options in this BR range. So if you really like your SPSK or your other MiG 21s or whatever, and you want to have a premium version of it, but the missiles are the AIM-9B equivalent and the early Sparrow equivalent. They're not super strong, so you are relying upon your MiG 21 flight performance, which has a very specific style of play. It's not a bad one, or I mean I enjoy it, but I don't think it's worth the money here with the other options that are available to you. All right, SU-25K. This is a strong buy if on sale. This is something I'm looking forward to picking up if it's on sale. It's part of the, you know, 10.0 Soviet pay to win lineup with the terms and the two or the yeah 2S38. It's got kind of a tanky slash broken damage model, which they have supposedly tweaked, and it's still pretty tanky. It's got all aspect missiles at 10.0, loads and loads of flares. Is it slow? Yes, but I think it can be made to work if you know what you're doing. Then add on top of it that it's got amazing ground attack options. Yeah, it's a buy. I'm looking to pick up that whole 10-0 lineup. I mean, if you're worried about kind of jumping into it, you shouldn't. No one else does. So yeah, it's a buy. Rank 7. Quick call outs here. SU-22 M3 is a squad vehicle. Is nice at 10.0. It's hurt by its low number of flares. Still being able to, but it does still carry 6 R60s for air RB, and all the ground attack options are pretty decent. Don't pay GE for it. I'm not recommending that you skip that GE, and make sure you have some of the other squad vehicles first. But consider it. It's kind of back in the meta now that it's at 10.7. SU-39 seems like a skip. I've not seen any positive reviews on it, so probably not worth the money. Just like it's an SU-25, but at like a way higher BR, and the features, if you want to call them that, don't seem to be a saving grace on a super slow vehicle at that BR. SU-25BM seems like a skip, but they've recently moved it to 11.0, and it's got top tier missiles. So I'm kind of considering redeeming my coupon now. We'll see. It's pretty cheap on the market. Maybe keep an eye on it. MiG-23ML. Well, this is your whole tech tree grinder for USSR, your $70 premium that they put you at 11.3 and make you suffer. It will probably not be on sale, but people are going to ask me about it, so I'm going to go ahead and address it. At 11.3, you'll basically see no down tiers. From what I've seen of this jet at top tier, you're basically top tier jet food. Occasionally, you can bomb a base or score a kill. It's maybe a decent like buy one and done. Like I'm going to spend $70 and it's going to give me the whole USSR tech tree. But I'd probably get the SU-25K and grind it out that way. And then throw like a talisman on something else in rank 7 when you get there to grind out the rest of the tree. I think for the pain, it's probably not worth it. But I think that about all the $70 premiums. This one in particular, sitting in 11.3, doesn't seem strong enough to be enjoyable when it will constantly face top tier jets. But that's it, guys. I try and keep these a little short, try and keep about 10 minutes, and try and cover just one specific nation. I'm probably going to be moving on to the UK or France or Italy next, and I'll cover those options. They don't have the as wide of a spread as premium, so I might combine a couple of them. But let me know in the comments what I missed or what you think, or if I'm off base here. But these are kind of my opinions, and please subscribe so that you catch all the other videos I'm going to be making here for the 2023 sales season. Have a good one, guys.